Hello everyone. So today we are here again to talk about one of the important topic of the UPSC Geology optional paper 1. Okay. So in that paper 1, there is a topic ethology, right? And also economic geology, in which there is so many things about insects. Okay. So in that ethology we cover the animal behavior, while in the economic geology there is so many cultures and this and that like that. Okay. So today we'll cover one of the topic of geology optional paper 1, that is a social organization in termites. As for few days, few days ago, I have also discussed like as a general discussion about the paper 2, UPSC geology paper 2025 paper 2. So in which one of the question was completely from the paper 1. So there is not as such, like of course it is already happened. Okay, so prepare like in a holistic manner. Okay, so of course paper 1 hota hai pehle, the actually the question was about the insects only. Okay, you guys can see paper 1 I have discussed so properly. So as we know that termite is in your syllabus, right? So termite, this question, when we think like that, do not get confused that this is something from the like unit 1 or something like that. When and this whatever we are going to discuss, this is a complete PDF for everything. Okay, so today we only just talk about the social organization, such as we have seen a very basic example of social organization is in your honeybees, right? So we know that, even this is before even covering the syllabus, we know that in the honeybees there are a division of division of caste there, है ना? So there's a your one of that queen, then there's a workers, then there is drones and so many things, right? So similar kind of pattern also occur in other organization, other insects, such as your termites, ants and so on. Okay, so before starting off anything, first we need to know what is social organization. Okay, so what is social organization? Social behavior or social organization is defined as the interactions among individual. Actually, social organization is actually a word can say related with the human, such as human is called, like human population is called, human is a social animal. So why we are saying that social word in that reference? Generally when we think about the animal only, so we do not think their social interaction, like which kind of society animals do have, which kind of this and that. So in the syllabus there are other organisms have the social concepts, such as your primates, right? So in your primate there's a one of the concept, but they are more or less close, like human are more or less close to the primates or the apes or something like that. Okay, but in that, like monogamous and the polygamous in these things. But in the insects, this is a something different kind of social organization. Here, the in the kind of society where the organism like a termite lives, right? So every other specific division have a specific kind of work to perform and to maintain that society. That is something about the social organization. Okay, now we'll read about it. So, social behavior is defined as the interactions among individually. So, can if we just do a little bit zoom among individuals, normally within the same species, of course, that are usually beneficial to one or more of the individual. This is one of your significance, that why the social organization, or this is in your also syllabus, that parental care in amphibians. That question has already repeatedly asked so many times. So why the parental care, why the social organization? Of course, there is some kind of benefits that are usually benefits to one or more of the individuals. Social behavior evolved because it was beneficial to those who engaged in it, which means that these individuals were more likely to survive and reproduce. Of course, in insects, if we say which kind of beneficial, so if I'm saying everything as we generally cover in our the classes, so as we start the topic of the non-chordate and chordate, the concept is about the energy. Okay, so if suppose that in general sense, if you think like that, if there is one member in the family is performing all kind of function, so can we say that this person or this member will be very efficient for every kind of function? No, right? But if we'll distribute a kind of work in each member, like suppose that you should do this thing, you should do that thing, student some of the, like, then the performance or the efficiency or the specificity of the function will also increase, and the result will also increase, है ना? That means for the division, like with the division of the work in each member in the family or the society, like even in our society, a doctor cannot like fly the plane, right? And maybe architecture cannot do the surgery, right? So this is kind of society of work. Of course, this kind of complication doesn't found in the insects, but they also have, just such as in your honeybee, they also have, like, who will, like, if any organization, if any organism in that society is specifically performing to like specifically function to increase the generation, like to increase the offspring, to produce the offspring, that means it is your fertile. Some of the worker will distribute, like, to just make the, to just make the nest, right? Some of the worker is just going and have a defense activities and to protect from the invaders. Some of that will collect the food, right? So these kind of division or the social societal work distribution occurs in the termites, ants, or whatever the insects, the insects having the social organization. Okay, so termites are also known as the white ants. This is not something about that specific, but this PDF actually gives a brief information, like detailed information, sorry, detailed information. From that you can write whatever you, whatever the type of the question will come, you can write from then, like in that introduction, then body, then conclusion, dividing the body, and so on. Okay, so termites are commonly known as white ants. They are widely distributed in tropical, subtropical, and temperate regions of the world. Of course, small small hemimetabolous and soft bodies. Cellulose eating, okay, this is one of the question, of course not relevant for the social organization, but we know there is a protozoa lived in the termite, right? And which kind of interaction is this? So we cover, when we cover the population, we cover so many types of interactions, right? Such as in mutualism, commensalism, amensalism, right? Then competition, prey predator, plus, minus, minus, zero, like this kind of. So please guys just answer me that there, that which kind of interactions is this, in the body of the termite there is a living a protozoa, and why it is living inside the body, or specifically if I would say that in the digestive system or the gut system, why this trichonympha named protozoa lives in the termite, and which kind of interaction is this? Okay, chalo, continue. So cellulose eating nocturnal species, polymorphic insect. Polymorphic matlab they having a, poly matlab many, and morphic matlab forms, insects having two pairs of similar wings. These are usually light colored, of course, because this is generally live in the like live in the soil area, or maybe the wood area. That's why ecologically, what is the significance of termites ecologically? Are the good decomposers of the dead wood and vegetable products, and aid in agriculture by enriching the soil, and this and that. Okay, like, okay, the colonies are matriarch. This is something important. The colonies are matriarch. A colony's population is initiated and maintained by a queen, of course, that has a fertility capacity, and that the major function of that, the reproduction, that may live as for as many 50 years in some species. All members of the colony are the offsprings. Just remember this, this is here, from here the good content is started, that all members of a colony are the offsprings of a single female. Okay, and hence all have the similar genotype. The colony reaches its maximum size in approximately 4 to 5 years. So we have seen termites generally, है ना, if you just keep your book somewhere as a little bit, if the moisture is present, सो यू सी लाइक टर्माइट्स ऐसा इंटरनली उसको पूरा इनगल्फ कर लेते हैं, है ना, पूरा जो कंटेंट है उसको खाते हैं, बट दे जनरली डू नॉट, लाइक मेनी टाइम डोर्स, वुडन डोर्स हैव सच काइंड ऑफ टर्माइट इन्फेक्शन, है ना, तो पूरा डोर ऐसा खोखला हो जाता है, बिकॉज दे आर एक्चुअली सेल्यूलोज ईटिंग. गॉट इट? एंड सेल्यूलोज इज योर वन ऑफ द प्लांट मटेरियल and also soil also there. So social organization is highly developed in the insects. Insects are eusocial, that have a true society, and that eusociality is exhibited in terms of the following attributes. The first is a cooperation, the second is a division of labor, third is a overlapping of the generation. Okay, colonies of the structure and polymorphism in termites. Okay, so what are the actually the colonies of the termites is mainly divided into two sectors. The first is reproductive colony, in that there are so many forms, and the second is sterile colonies. Okay, so in that okay, just a minute, in that reproductive colonies there are so many forms also, reproductive or the fertile caste, such as we have just covered, that the all the colonies actually offsprings of single female, and this attachment and this fully grown colony development almost takes 4 to 5 years, right? So in that fertile colony or the reproductive fertile caste, there are three types of reproductive caste. So the first is macropterous form, okay? The second is brachypterous form, and the third is apterous form. Similar as in your sterile or fertile caste, isme there are mainly two things. The first is sterile workers, of course, and the second is soldiers, and the second is sterile soldiers, okay? So that means here we want to say that whatever we are covering, that sterile, they do not have the reproducing capacity, you know. And even the workers and the soldiers have, this is the division of labor, such as workers generally do that nesting wala work, okay, while the soldiers are, suppose that if any door, right, if any door is like infected by the termites, if you just move that thing or maybe try to disturb that, so they think you are as invader. Of course you are, for them you are as invader. So first the termites will come and just try to bite or to just avoid this. That will be the sterile soldiers, that will not be. So do not think that if you have killed that external whatever the coming, so that the reproducing, so that the colonies may impact. That is not until the whatever the function, the whole organism, the queen need to be died off, okay, of course. So here we are going to cover about the reproductive fertile class. So macropterous form is here the winged forms, okay, and it is the first reproductive class. These are sexually perfect males, okay, and females. That means for even forming the new colonies, these macropterous form will reproduce and produce the new colonies, okay, and produce the new offspring. So they are ancestors of the community, okay, and from which the others have been arided. So they have the two pairs of large equal side. Of course, I have the diagram also. I'll show that large equal side wings which projects beyond the abdomen at the. That means the macropterous. Of course, this is the name something. They have the large body size and they are the fertile caste. Okay. Other than that, each pair is dilated king and queen or primary royal pair. That means actually colonies is established by this macropterous form. That is the simple concept of that. So they have the wings and monogamous. Of course, they are the monogamous because they are generally in pair. One, the king and the queen are permanently associated. Of course, the queen become large and grows by its abdomen and the head and thorax. Okay, so she produced this the queen produces around 200 eggs per day. A royal couple can live up to the 50 years in the some species, as we have already discussed. Then the second is your brachypterous form, or these are also your fertile caste, but they generally are, in that visibility, in that morphology, they generally are shorter than your macropterous form. Okay, so of course they are short wing forms. Second reproductive caste, these are also sexually mature males and females, but they are nymphal in appearance. Nymph, what is nymphal? Nymph is one of your uh, metamorphosis stage, right? Nymph. So body is less chitinized, pale and thicker. The brain and sexual organs are smaller in size and compounded. Not. They do not leave the nest. They are also living in the nest. If the primary, this is something important. What is the significance of the brachypterous? So if the primary king or queen dies, its place is taken by the brachypterous individuals. Okay, and forming the several substitute or the complementary king or queen, which are polygamous. Such queens produce fewer eggs. Okay, suppose that if you actually invaded the nest and maybe the queen, the macropterous king and queen maybe died or maybe something, so brachypterous will take the position of the macropterous. Okay, then what is apterous form? They are the wingless form or the third reproductive caste. These are rare, found in the lower termites only. Okay, this is not something necessity. So they have the both females and males, of course, and these look the nymphal workers. They have no wings, cuticle is colorless compound. Of course, termites have also so many species. They are known as a eregatoid kings and queens. There may be several in the colony. Okay, so if we want to see this, okay, what are the structures of this? So here, okay, here you cannot see. So if this diagram is visible, so this is female queen or queen, female king or queen, and this is male king or queen. So this is your macropterous. Okay, then this is your nymph stage. If you can see, okay, wait a minute. So this is your nymph stage. This produces eggs. Eggs produces nymphs, of course, and that I have just said that metamorphosis stage. Nymph actually just convert into that workers and soldiers and everything. ठीक है, so ये आपके macropteris, this is the brachypteris and this is the reproductive nymph ही आपका actually main stage, mainly आपका stage होता है. Now we'll talk about the sterile forms or the caste. Okay, reproductive we have covered, in that macropteris, brachypteris and apteris. ठीक है, sterile forms or caste, there are also two types. They are wingless. Okay, they are wingless. Actually, apteris matlab it's wingless. These are the sterile caste. These are the male and female in which sex organs are rudimentary and non-functional. Okay, so these are two types. The first is sterile. These are the smallest in size, look like nymph, body pale colored and this and that. Okay, this is not something very more. The number of workers in a community is very large because these are the workers. Of course, king and queen number is very low, but the workers number are very large, about 60,000 to 2 lakh. Okay, so they mature within a year and live from the 3 to 5 years. Got it? They do not have the such longer lifespan. So with the exception of the reproduction and defense, they cannot reproduce and the defense, because these are the workers, and for the defense we have the soldiers, right? The soldiers are also sterile, of course. They perform all the duties of the colonies. Their main duties are looking after the eggs and young, finding food, planting, cultivating fungi, all of the household thing, can say in short. Okay, is done by the sterile workers. So here again the investment of energy, whatever, you know, of the workers is specific for the nest maintenance or maybe the caring of the household chores, you know. So they do not go into that defense mechanism and the reproduction. So there is a work specificity, or can say the division of labor. Okay, here, so making nest and feeding the queen, of course, making nest, feeding the queen and the soldiers. They also lick and groom each other. So they have the gnawing habit. Sorry, the workers destroy crops, wood, and human belongings and cause tremendous loss to men. This is something actually feeding on. Okay, so they are xylophagus, feeding on the wood. Okay, this is something. Look here, I have mentioned that symbiotic flagellates. That is your trichonympha. That is something you need to tell me. Passed from the generation to generation. Then the second is your the sterile soldiers. They have the majorly involved. Of course, they are also the sterile, so they cannot reproduce. They do not the household code. They just protects the colonies. Okay, they are apteris. Of course, that means they do not have the, sorry, that means they do not have the wings. And females with the, actually they are the females but with the no sex organ. They are less numerous. What was the number of the workers? Around 60,000 to 2 lakhs. So comparative to them, they are less in number than the workers. The soldier has a large dark colored chitinous head because they have to protect. So because of that, there's a modification. There's a chitinous head and the big mandibles. The color of the body, okay, they must be fed by the worker. Of course, workers जो defense में होते हैं, they have the fed by the workers. Soldiers are of two types. Again, soldiers, there's again division. Mandibulate soldiers, so they perform with the larger mandibles but no frontal rostrum. This is something what we have already covered in the mouth parts of the orthopoda. That is in your syllabus also. Okay, so and nasute soldiers, they have the small mandibles and medial frontal rostrum. They defend the community at this time. They plug opening the burrow with their heads. Okay, then termite nest. Okay, this is something about the termite nest. That's how they make the nesting. If we can see here, so this is the termite. We have seen such kind of structures, near the wooden or the maybe the tree. So, and that is something that is flight or the winged adults. This is a burrowing in the wood. This is wood. This is chitin or rose wood, and this is a burrow like this. Okay. So, what is a, just a minute. Termites or termitum. The worker termite construct elaborate nest that is also known as a termitaria for the protection, storage of food, maintenance of broods, and so on. The termite nest vary from single cavities in soil or wood, generally separate in complex and known as the mounds. The structure of this is known as the structure of their nest is known as mounds. Okay, the mounds can be up to like that much high, can also make the mounds, and made of 6 meters and made up of excavated mud, wood, and excreta mixed with saliva. Okay, this is something about the mounds, and have a maze of passages, chamber, whatever we are seeing from the outside, but the termite know how to enter, where to go, and everything. Okay, other characteristics, what does the various caste of termite work in a cooperation with the mutual benefit, of course, because this is we covering social organization and live in integrated manner in the colony. Parental care is well marked, of course. The eggs and the nymphs develop in the fungal chambers or the nurseries. The queen is fed by the workers or the saliva, the fungal hyphae. The workers tend feed the nymphs on the fungal. Of course, this is something what are done by the workers. Sometimes which are the partially pre-digested by the workers, है ना? जो nymphs होते हैं, because of that they are very small. So digestion of the whatever the food is provided by the workers, sometimes it is also pre-digested, and thus symbiotic flagellates are transferred to the nymphs by the trophophylexis, है ना? Exchange of food. Okay, this is something. Exchange of food. Now this is about life cycle and communication. What is the life cycle? Swarming occurs for the feeding, migration and mating. It also occurs a means of the elevating congestion in the overcrowded colony. After a short flight, but because Brachypteris have a wings and they have a larger body also, so they have the wings. So the population is after a short flights, they come down to the ground, the wings are shed off and they become dilated. One male and one female pair search for the shelter place either in wood or in the ground. They are known as a royal couple, that is a macropterus, okay. And after getting a suitable place, this excavate a nuptial chamber where copulation takes place. The copulation doesn't take place in the air. These individuals now become the originators of the new colony. After the copulation, the queen lay clusters of eggs, nearly 4,000 eggs in a day, and millions of the eggs in her lifetime, because on an average 50 years of their lifetime, right? From the eggs, nymphs are hatched out. These are fed by the queen first, because after the first copulation, so these are establishing their colony. So first establishment, the feeding by the queen itself, you know. Then nymphs develop into workers. When the workers are formed in the large numbers, they take up different duties like feeding, attending the royal player, enlarging the nest. So whenever the king and queen settle down, first they have to, whatever the function they have to do by themselves. So that is something, right? Do not get confused. Do not write like that queen has a function to feeding and everything. You know, that is function performed by the workers. After a large number of workers are formed, then the nymphs hatching out of the eggs develop into the soldier. First, majority thing is your protect of like the function of the production should be later. No, first you need to prepare the workers to just form your colonies. So the first thing is your forming the workers. So during the early months of formation, a new colony of workers and soldiers are only formed. Later on, Macropterus and Brachypterus forms are produced, because whatever the requirement is, the first is the formation of the workers to just maintain whatever the colonies they are, the queens are laying the eggs. The development of termites is hemimetabolous type. This is also one of your metamorphic state types. Okay, only 3 stages in life cycle, that is egg, larva, and adults. Types of you can from here you can also relate like that types of metamorphosis in your insects, okay, and hormones also. Communication, because of course we are, this is a topic of your ethology, so you need to know communication. Secreting chemicals, that is called the pheromone, develop, they have the sound also, characteristic odor, like, so this is something about the social organization in insects. And in this PDF we have almost covered the so many topics completely, okay. So please cover it thoroughly. Do not cover only according to the PYQ. Whenever you are going to cover the topic, please cover in a various dimensions, okay. That's enough for that social organization in termites. Thank you.